Come in a little bit, spread out as much as you can. Don't stand inside the bobcat. Remember, once you're stand up, you got to volunteer. Again. Amen. He's going to leave.
Space out, guys.
Stretch flex. Everybody participate. Hey, down the clock fight. Hey, 8 o'clock now on every Tuesday. Make sure everybody's on time, okay? Because a lot of guys get here and we're typically waiting on 2 or 3 guys to walk up, just wasting everybody's time. So 8 o'clock, 9, the guys who come straggling in after 8 o'clock, we're going to do another safety stand now for them. All right? It's going to be another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever we got to do. So, today, we're going to talk about loss controls, like we typically do. We're also going to talk about pinch point because it's really tight where you guys are working down there right now. You got bobcats in and out. You got a lot of people in one spot, so it's important. So, loss control. Trade partner board is driving a buggy from site to craft parking lot, fully slow down, travel on the shoulder, attempt to do a U-turn, and have already travel from the shoulder into back on the roadway, driving that way, making contact, back left. U-turn. I'm looking for one of you guys. Now we're driving a buggy back and forth from the side, did a U-turn. Apparently got into an automobile accident. Probably could have died. We don't have to worry about, well, we do when we're out here on this road, right? Or when we got to go on I-Drive to get to the valet. It's all stuff that we can watch out for. We don't have buggies, but we got things that go a lot slower than buggies, so technically probably a lot more dangerous. By the time you pull out in the road with one of your Georgia buggies, you can't pick up speed like you can one of these guys, right? So make sure you guys keep your head on a swivel before we're pulling out into these roads, I-Drive, the valet, anywhere we're at. You know, bobcats, Georgia buggies, whatever we're using. Okay, let's go to the next one. Laceration to the forearm. Crew of electricians working on pulling cable from a junction box to another. Crew working from each end of the pole with one crew feeding the cable. On a started task, electrician who was pulling down on the fish tape struck their arm on a duct hanger strap when the fish tape came through. The sharp and unprotected end of the strap caused a laceration to the worker's arm. Unfortunately, we don't have pictures because I'd like you guys to see the damage that this kind of stuff has, but we got electricians here. You've probably seen crap like this before. Yep. Everybody's seen cuts. Everybody's been cut. It's just another thing to reinforce. What could they have done? You know, everybody can always say PPE. What we typically say, anytime somebody's working with metal, duct guys, framers, anything, could be anybody, that they're wearing Kevlar sleeves. So it's just another safety measure. When you're pulling wire, typically you're not going to be wearing Kevlar sleeves. So maybe if you got duck straps hanging all around you, maybe you are, you know? Maybe that's something you do. Would have stopped that. All right, let's go ahead and we'll save these for next week. Equal pinch points. Pinch points. What's the pinch point? Somebody tell me what a pinch point. Maybe whoever's calling can tell me. So, pinch point. Anybody? Anybody? Come on, somebody. Besides the Turner person. How about you?
You get a pinch in a wall in a machine or something?
Yeah, well, exactly. Okay. So, pinch points could be anything. It doesn't have to be necessary between a wall and you. Could be your arm, your leg. Could be you got your foot ran over. A lot of different things can tie into the word pinch points. Pinch point can be anything from a blister to amputation to death. So we're going to talk about all of them. We've talked about this before, equipment and running machinery and everything like that. Who's come in contact with somebody getting hurt around equipment, Georgia buggies, plate compactors, something. Somebody seen anybody get hurt? Somebody has.
We had a guy in our crew that he was running the lift once, just walking beside the lift, and he was trying to maneuver it, and he ran over his foot, broke his toes.
So I believe we just had that happen at another job site, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that just happened like last week at another job site. Guy, instead of getting on the lift and moving it, he was walking, which you see a lot in tight spaces. He didn't want to put his harness on, so he was just walking beside the lift, ran over his freaking foot. It happens, right? Is that a pinch point situation? Could be. Right? Could be. So, what can we do to stop some of this pinch point type stuff? Stop this worrying about getting crushed in between whatever we're working with. So, not wear loose clothing, hair or jewelry, getting caught in clothing. Anybody got long hair? I ain't got to worry about it anymore. I don't think many of you guys do either. You got some long hair, buddy, so watch out. Poor condition of equipment and guarding, dropping or carelessly handling materials or suspended loads. So maybe it's not equipment. Maybe it's somebody swinging something off a log or something like that. Maybe it's going to clean you up against the side of a wall. Maybe it's in an excavation. You guys are digging out form boards and forming up for foundations. You ever seen one of them bust loose? You ever bust your forms loose? Somebody? Concrete guys, everybody should say yes. You've seen it, I'm sure. Well, could be you're standing there pumping and you're pinned up against the wall. That's a pinch situation. That could kill you. Reaching into moving equipment and machinery, not using the proper work procedures and tools. Okay? So, we're going to talk about some of the stuff that we can do to stay away from this, and then we're going to break out like we typically do. Can I get a volunteer to get in the Bobcat, please? I know we had one guy, he had to get out, he's probably mad now, but whoever wants to get back in, somebody, anybody. I appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us. So what we want to do here, this is what we're seeing most of this job, right? Bobcat. You don't take anything, big? So what we're going to do, how many of you guys have drove one of these things? Raise your hand if you drove a Bobcat. So you have. You don't have to turn it off.
Don't turn it on.
Just tell me when you can't see me anymore. All right, Francisco? Tell me when you can't see me anymore. All right? Can you see me? Can you see me? Oh, you got a camera on this one. That don't count. Can you see me? Huh? Yeah? What about now? Can you see me? Okay. You see me now? Now? Oh, right there. Okay. So we've established that from here to here, you can't see it. So what can we do down here? We can't turn around. All right? So how many guys guys we got here? We got, what, 30 guys? How many guys are working in there? Everybody. So, odds are, half the guys are gonna be behind him when he's backing up trying to get in and out. So if we're sitting there grading or doing whatever we're doing, are we paying attention to him backing up? We trust him, he's a good driver. He's done it 1,000 times, right? Well, I don't know, he's a finisher, but these guys have done it a lot, right? We do it all day long. At the end of the day is when you're gonna get hurt. Not paying attention anymore. That bobcat's been going by you all day long. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Next thing you know, you just ran over your leg. Now your knee's over here. All right? So we're gonna break off into small groups. We're gonna talk about it for a few minutes. I appreciate it, Francisco. Thank you. Anybody more comfortable speaking Espanol, Spanish? Over here. English, over here. And then we'll come back together again. Still outweighed by the
Muchachos, entonces sabemos que las máquinas son peligrosas trabajar, veo que ustedes llevan un para prevenir y aún así hay el operador no puede estar confiado todo el tiempo podemos confiar cosas y podemos escuchar algo, ¿verdad? Entonces, y más en el podcast,
I don't see that. We've changed lanes, I don't know how many times, and somebody honks their horn and scares me to death. And that probably happens once every 5 months. So, that's something we always gotta be on the lookout for. Like I said, not only bobcats, it could be anything. It could be the Georgia bug. Even though you can stand up and turn all the way around. Maybe you're in a hurry. Maybe you're going straight in and straight out. What can we do? What can we do to make sure that don't happen?
a la distancia, hacer contacto con los
Father's one
del
thing.
operador, que él te vea, y una vez él te diga que puedes pasar, puedes pasar, ¿no?
Planning our work. Planning our work. Okay, Bobcat's gonna be going from here to there all day long. Picking up dirt, I'm taking dirt out. Picking up dirt, I'm taking dirt out. Alright? So, if that's planned out, how come we can't talk about it in the morning? We talk about it at our whiteboard. The reason we do our whiteboards, the reason we not need to stay on top and talk about this stuff is that we plan this stuff out. Right? Make sure that everybody's knowing what's going on. Most likely, okay, contact you talk about it, you do a great job, it's covering your whiteboards. What happens if these guys don't talk about it? They're in your spot. You don't talk about it. You don't know. Alright, you go to work, you plan your work out, alright? I gotta dig some ponds, I gotta adjust some drains, I gotta do whatever I gotta do. Well, does that account for him coming back and forth all day long? Right? So, how do we make sure we catch all this stuff when we talk about it? Right? Well, you can look at that area and see that it's tight first thing in the morning. So as foreman and as guys, and like I said, anybody can stop work at any time. It could be you, it could be you, it could be you, it could be you. If you don't like what you're seeing, what's dangerous, we're not doing it. Right? As soon as somebody gets that gut feeling, odds are something's wrong. If something's wrong, that's legitimate time to stop work. Legitimate time. Okay? Nobody's going to say anything about the schedule, is going to say anything about anything else until we fix whether it's working or somebody else. So, what else could be considered a pinch point?
Anything forms, anything that gets matched body.
Right. Yeah, it could be anything. Right? It doesn't have to be something drastic.
¿Tú qué harías si estás trabajando en esa área?
I cut off my finger with a pinch point one time. That woke me up. Made me think about where I stick my little fingers and toes from now on. I'll tell you that. Yodoc. Water. That was great. Yodoc weighs how much? Who knows? 500 pounds? You guys try to push them around. They're full of water. They don't move, right? Everybody here is messing with Yodoc. What happens if it falls over? And they can. Right? Hampton Social had all their Yodocs out on the front row. And the
We had a bad windstorm one time, and we came back and they were all down there. I think it happened here, and that's no daytime. Maybe you're on this side of the O-Dot, Bobcat's on that side of the O-Dot. You're not looking for us out. Next thing you know, it falls over on you or your guy.
¿Qué podemos hacer para evitar un pinche
Why do we wear this?
No,
Why they gotta be these colors?
No.
Exactly. They done studies that say what your eye picks up when you're moving around. Right? What am I gonna see? Am I gonna see Nunu brown or am I gonna see bright neon yellow? Right? The guy comes out in camouflage. Why did they design camouflage? Right? Can't see it. Okay? So all four things to think about are planning our work. All goes hand in hand. Planning the work, executing the work, how we're gonna get home safe. All it takes, like I said, at the end of the day, we're packing up, got the last load of dirt on this thing. That's when somebody gets squashed. Alright? Happens a lot. Look at these road jobs. Look at I-4. How many guys have died? 5, 6 of them. I think 3 of them have been getting run over by equipment. It's scary to think about. That's a terrible way to die. Don't take a big piece of equipment to kill you either. I'm pretty sure if a Georgia buggy loaded down with dirt, run it over some more heads, you're probably gonna die. Right? Looks like the least dangerous piece of equipment we got. But don't take much. All right, I'm gonna go check on these guys. See if I'm gonna talk about anything. All of them. You got anything?
Gracias, muchachos.
Make sure all the mirrors are intact and you must leave the linen, right? So if they come out broken, busted up, they don't work, the back of the alarm doesn't work, send it back, or have the guys, the rental company come out and fix it for you.
Yeah. It's a great thing. Something we didn't talk about. It's great.
Pueden llamarlo para que lo hagan. Es importante que revisen todas las cosas. La alarma cuando va de revés, para avisarle a la gente. Hay otros equipos que es una alarma
All right, guys.
también, ¿verdad?
We're gonna start closing out. That's a
Quita más duro.
Yeah, I'm glad he brought that up. That's perfect. Right? I think you guys own this piece of equipment, don't you?
Yeah.
You own it? You seen that thing that's falling bricks right now? I guarantee you that ain't got no camera on it. Alright? So, there we go. Alright? Perfect example. What about that forklift? That thing make noise when it backs up? Anybody know? Forklift make noise?
Johnny honks the horn.
I didn't know. I can't remember that it does. All right, guys, I think that was a good one. Anybody got anything you want to talk about next week? Anybody?
¿Tiene alguna sugerencia para algún tema que quieran tocar, que quieran hablar? ¿No? ¿Nadie?
Think about anything? Let us know, or else we'll come up with something else, okay? So, that ain't it. I appreciate it. Everybody be safe. Next Tuesday, 8 o'clock, we're here again. After 8 o'clock, we'll do another one. Whoever shows up late. So, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.